we just want to be clear about the terminologies that we are using. When we say that you need to construct a main idea, we really want you to understand that it's important as the basis of your project. And main ideas, and I'll explain a little bit as we go along, but the main idea is sometimes sort of informed by, oh, sorry about that, there's a noise, the problems we see, the needs we see. And let's imagine that about Terry's school. Let's imagine we're talking about Terry Martin's school, and there's 1,000, I think 300 or 600 students, and there's 70 educators. It's a recipe for disaster. But his school is not the only school that has problems. Schools have problems, they really, and if we think of the kind of problems, say imagine they had a problem at that school, and one of the first problems was just the way that they viewed Terry. I mean, when he got his job the first time, this is what they gave him as his desk. Big job, and they gave him a little desk. Not good. But another problem could have been also, as he tried to understand what's going on, he discovered that some of the teachers weren't doing a great job. You may recognize that teacher, so the teacher problem. All of this, of course, points to the need to do something about the learning. And so one of the things that they introduced was technology. They brought technology into the school, and the tablets was distributed to teachers and students. Problem is, some of the teachers actually didn't realize that when they talked about tablets, they were not talking about this. No. They meant something else completely. Anyway, so let's imagine that through all of it, he is seeing all these difficulties, and he wants to do something about it. He realizes that at the core of these problems, you want to change an organization or a group of people. In Terry's mind, the area where you need to start is with the individual. Terry believes that at the core of group change, there is the need for a personal change. And so in his view, he says that personal development right here is at the core. We need to enable teachers to have what he calls master themselves. This is the word he used, self-mastery. So for Terry, self-mastery would be the subject. So the subject is the one part of your main idea. Subject is not the main idea. A main idea has two parts. It has a subject and it has a complement. So, but Terry sat on this, but he went one step further, not just self-mastery, but he said he thinks he wants to, part of the subject of his main idea would be developing self-mastery. And he went even further. He says developing self-mastery in an educator. And then he added the location at Ellen Glen High School. Let's just put it like that. Okay. So now he's moved to finishing the first part of his main idea, which is the subject. And it's this part earlier where actually I should go back. Let's see if we can find it. Anyway, let's just leave it as that. Anyway, so developing self-mastery in an educator at Ellen Glen High School. That's his subject. Then Terry says, you know what? I think it requires the integrated approach to lifelong learning. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is his full idea. So let's write it out completely just the way he had it there. Now this is his idea, mind you. This is not a sort of made up. This is going to be Terry's project. But it starts here. Developing self-mastery forgive my handwriting, in an educator at Ellen Glen High School requires, I'm going to just requires an integrated approach to lifelong learning. Of course, Lofter is going to explain all these things to us. He's going to prove to us that this thing actually works, and he's going to demonstrate that this actually will make a difference at the school. Okay, now let's just imagine now we ask him, look, what would be a slogan? Do you want to, that would capture the sort of core or gist of your idea? So his is Master Life. That's his slogan. That's a little, we'll call it the slogan. And one step further, he says, I have a logo. Now he doesn't have the logo finished yet, but maybe it will have an M and an L. I don't know, sort of. But you know, that's the kind of things that he can start toying with. But there we are. So that's how he formulated his main idea. Could you do the same? Of course you can do the same. Try it.